Welcome! If you've played the piano before, then you've probably been down the path of starting a new piece, and then after playing for some time, you realize that learning the entire thing to a playable level is gonna take like 7.5 eternities, or you're just making mistakes like every other note and it's so unbearable that you give up. I find it very unfortunate how there's so much misinformation out there about how to practice piano, and although the right advice exists, it's usually in fragments, and if I'm getting frustrated practicing piano, the last thing I want to do is go on an internet scavenger hunt and piece together information. Most of the proper details are all gated behind good piano teachers, and really, people shouldn't be paying $80 an hour to learn how to practice. So I want to do justice to those who want to learn piano faster. I don't want to take too much of your time though, so I'll break down the most efficient method into 4 sections. The first step before you even touch the keyboard is to inspect the sheet music. Sounds stupid, but it's true. Before playing, you should note down hard parts, especially parts that need more time to get used to, or just notably harder parts compared to the rest of the piece. And this includes cadenzas, double note passages, and trills and techniques you may not be used to. Essentially, what this is trying to do is stopping you from learning like this whole part and then getting stuck on this part. If you practice this part while practicing this part, then when you get here, you can easily join the two parts together, saving you loads of time. But now, how do you actually practice? If you even have remote piano experience, or even had a basic piano teacher, you've probably heard this advice before. But few people actually follow it, and on the surface, it's quite understandable. Why play slow and boring when you can play fast, make it sound good, and have fun? Well, it's as simple as you make mistakes when you play fast. These mistakes then add up, and before you know it, you're making mistakes at the speed of sound, and it's getting boring. Also, using a metronome is very important. I've seen a lot of teachers recommend electronic physical metronomes, but a free app on your phone does just about the same thing. You might not notice while you're practicing, but even if you're playing for your friend who's not a musician, they can easily catch on to you speeding up or slowing down almost subconsciously. This piece of advice is not as widespread as number 2, but I promise you, I gave it its own section for a good reason. Pedal makes your playing sound, well, blurry and reverby, and when learning a piece from scratch or putting your two separately learned hands together, generally, pedal should be avoided. The pedal should really be thought of as another hand to put together. On pieces with more complex pedal inputs or pieces needing more than one pedal, it should also be practiced separately and then added to your two hands. The thing is, when the stuff you hear is blurry, you can't really pick out mistakes as well, and many technical errors can be just masked. However, professionals can hear them, and once the sloppy habits of glazing over parts and covering up mistakes form, it's really hard to go back. Of course, I saved the best for last. I think we've all heard the saying, practice makes perfect. This is a lie. Want to know what does make perfect though? My bad, trick question. Nothing makes perfect. However, perfect practice makes improvement. What does this all mean though? According to AI Overview, poor practice can lead to being exceptionally skilled at doing something incorrectly. AI Overview is actually right this time, and last time I saw it told me to put glue on my pizza or something. Basically, the goal is to not gloss over mistakes during practice and going back and trying the section again if necessary, because if you don't correct it, you're basically practicing the mistake, and over time, you've gotten used to it, and you can't really stop making the mistake. So, if you've made it this far, I hope you have enough self-control to use this method. If you get bored practicing, always remember you can take a break and do something you like for 10 to 20 minutes and then you come back. The most important part is that you actually come back though, don't like leave for something.